What's going on, guys? Milkman here. You guys know, if you watch my other videos, that I'm always trying to think of like really unique things, and I don't drop videos unless I truly feel it in my heart that like I like it. I like the video and it's something that I would watch. So I was sitting here this morning thinking on my day off, since I got Christmas off and all that. Sorry, by the way, I've been grinding hard. She's mad about it. He's mad about it. The third one's mad about it. The fourth one, my girl, is mad about it. So everyone's mad about it, but I've been getting some money. And with this money, I've decided to get a self-defense weapon to carry with me. And I will have a permit, and I'm in a legal state and everything. And, you know, it's only for self-defense and to protecting those who can't protect themselves, or those who choose not to protect themselves, because you always have the choice. You have the choice in a lot of things in life, and you just don't know it. So today, I don't want you guys to ridicule me, judge me. I'm an open book, except for my hair. My hair is in a closed hoodie because I'm messy. I'm not even gonna lie. It's a little nappy. I'm an open book today because I want to get everyone's opinion, and I want to hear people who actually know what they're talking about. I'm here to ask questions and get answers. I'm not here to give answers or give any knowledge. I'm here to receive. I'm here to be greedy. So that's what we're gonna do today. I actually have a list of my 5 weapons. I've never, by the way, little background, I've never owned a firearm. I've never had a certification for a firearm. I've shot weapons with my grandfather in woods, and you know how that goes when you're like 12 years old. But I've maybe shot a handgun at a range 2-3 years ago, so I'm definitely gonna be brand new to this, and I want that to be perfectly clear to everybody. I just want to know your opinions about these guns that I've only done research on and I have never put in my hands ever. I've never even touched, except for one weapon on here, and I only dry fired it at a gun shop, just looking at it. So don't take this to heart. We're going from 5 to 1. Number 5 is the least likely I'm gonna get it. Number 1 is the most likely I'm gonna get it. And I'm pretty narrowed down, but if anybody in the comments section can change my mind or give me a valid opinion, I'm all ears. The reason why I'm doing this is to be open-minded and not, just get whatever is mainstream and typical and what everyone says is good. Into it with these top 5s, man. The FN 509, I've heard, is a very, very good gun, straight out of the factory. And I want to get a gun that's really good out of the factory because I'm not looking to do a whole lot of modules and all that. I really don't even want an optic. I want just a flashlight. I want to attach a flashlight to it. So the FN 509, being as modular as it is, really good, accurate out the factory, triggers nice from out the factory from what I've heard and from what I've seen from reviews. The capacity is actually pretty decent. I don't know exactly the numbers on all of these. Once again, I'm asking you the questions. The cons: competitive shooting. That's mainly what it's made for. That's what really gets me. Also, the price. Like, don't get me wrong, the price is nothing if you just save up long enough. I got the patience for anything, but the price for it being a competitive gun and also carrying a competitive gun is not always, once again, what do I know? As far as I'm concerned, competitive guns are the best carry guns ever to exist. I guess we'll find out. I wrote down this pros and cons list, but now that I'm saying it, I'm just feeling like a hypocrite saying it because it's all stuff I just read offline, and it feels really fraudulent. So I have a gun range down the road about 30 minutes that I'm gonna rent some guns from and try and shoot some 9mm ammo. By the way, I'm only doing 9mm. I don't want a 308 ACP and all that. I'm good on that. But yeah, this FN 509, it's a super good carry if it's built that way, because straight out of the factory, it's made for competitive shooting. So number 4, the Springfield Hellcat. I hear a lot of good things about this. I heard that this is the most popular one right now. I hear nothing but good things about this. This Hellcat Springfield Armory Hellcat. Springfield Armory being the company, I'm finding out. Hellcat being the gun, I'm learning. So I hear nothing but good things. Compact, snappy, accurate, trigger's good. The trigger reset's good. When you pull the trigger, prime it with no bullets in it, of course. Let go of the trigger, and the trigger resets how far it rolls. I'm learning quite a few, so let me know if the trigger reset is even worth paying attention to. So let me know that. I don't even know what kind of bullet grain I want to be shooting, so I don't even know what kind of ammo I want to be shooting, so I need help. I need help. This is a call for help, SOS. So I'm gonna need that. But besides the snappiness and it being so compact, and it, I think it has a 10-round capacity, optics ready, all of that. The thing is, and I know a lot of gun guys are gonna get mad at me when I say this, even though I know I'm new, I know this is gonna piss a lot of people off. I prefer to carry a full-sized gun. I prefer to carry something bigger than the Springfield Hellcat Armory. I have pretty large hands. I don't know if it contrasts on the screen or not, but I have very large hands. And I feel like a smaller gun like the Springfield, because everyone's saying it's just tiny, it's tiny. And they're saying it feels so tiny that they think it's going to shoot like a pea shooter, but it still got kick. So that's what's really pulling it through the market and, upping its price and making it so valuable to everybody. But it's the full size thing for me. And you're going to see that with two of these other guns coming up, because I got like 2 second places and 2 first places because they're from the same company, but the same gun, but definitely different models. But yeah, no, the Springfield Hellcat, yeah, the cons, not fully sized. And I don't really want optics like we spoke about. So there's that. I'm not super big on optics. I will iron sight for the rest of my life as long as I have a flashlight. I just want to be able to see what I can see. Never mind me. Moving on, we have the SIG Sauer. How do you say it? Tell me in the comments. Leave me a dictionary link or some Google Translate or something. The SIG 365, I want to say it's called. Once again, please don't just dogpile me in the comments if this video does get any traction. I mean, beautiful guns. As far as I'm concerned, I was going to get that one for the longest. As far as I'm concerned, that was the one. I was so happy. And then I noticed one thing. I don't know what it's called on the trigger when there's a safety on the trigger and you have to push it down to pull the trigger. But I feel way more comfortable on those with striker fire weapons. I'll never carry a hammer or revolver or any stupid shit like that. I'm good on that. I'm aware. On striker fire weapons, I prefer the trigger safety than just a regular trigger, if that makes sense. And on top of that, the trigger looks super extended. Once again, I hate saying all this. I'm just asking questions. I'm giving you what I know so you can give me feedback. And as far as I'm concerned, that trigger on the SIG 365, as far as I know that's what it's called, has a very long trigger, and I'm afraid of snagging and misfires. My biggest part about all this is safety. I don't want a manual safety, but I do want a trigger safety. And that brings me into my next point, because that's my only hitch with the SIGs. Other than that, they're beautiful weapons. I'd buy one in a second. Once again, I don't need optics, but they're module because they're good in everything. I just don't personally prefer that trigger. Moving on to triggers I do personally prefer is the Glock 19X and the Glock 43X at number 2. So I told you guys this earlier. I'm just backtracking myself. Full-sized 19X versus 43X compact. So 17-round capacity on the 19X, lower capacity on the 43X, I assume. More comfortability on the 43X, less comfortability on the 19X. Both optic ready, both extremely module. I'm trying to find out whether the whole full-size carry is for me or not. It's definitely for my hands. I don't know if it's for my waistband. I'm 6 foot exactly, 200 pounds, so I'm kind of slim but also muscular. So I don't know. You don't know if you're gonna print or not until you get it. It's simple as that. And I'm very aware of this whole, you don't know triggers until you pull them, you don't know guns until you shoot them. So that's my plan to go on the range. And honestly, I got I got so many questions for so many guns, and I just wish that somebody would have these answers. And so I decided to finally get my shit together and just ask some random people these questions. My subscribers. You're not random people. I love you. Between the Glock 19X and the Glock 43X, that's at number 2. I mean, everyone knows the pros and cons. The pros, reliable, easy to understand and clean, module. Once again, don't need optics for the 20th time. The cons, mainstream. That's a big thing for me because I like to have an opinion and be myself and be my own person, but it feels like everybody and their grandma has a Glock 19. It feels like everybody and their grandma has a Glock 43. So that part really bugs me, but in a way, I feel like if I'm truly myself, it won't bug me at all. I mean, that's the only cons, besides the 43 not being full size, but also me not knowing whether I want to carry full size. So it's not the 43's fault. The Glock 19X runs at $609 as of right now, December 27th, 2022, just before the new year. So it's not crazy overpriced, but it's up there. It's not no Taurus G3C, which I will never buy, by the way. That's not even on this list, so don't even forget I said that name. Forget I even said that. I kind of got something personal against Taurus, to be honest. This number 1, now that we've moved on from the Glocks. Number 1, the M&P Shield Plus. You knew it was coming. You knew it was happening. You didn't hear it the whole list, and you just knew it was going to be on here somewhere. You didn't hear it past the Glocks at number 2, so you knew it was number 1. I do the same thing when I'm looking up all my YouTube videos for research for these fucking videos, for these guns. But the reliability is undeniable. How many people have said it's an amazing gun versus it's a horrible gun? Like the 1911. I don't like hammer fires, but those things could not be smoother. I've actually fired a 1911 through a couple years ago when I told you I went to the firing range. Those things could not be smoother. He's just trying to get warm. He's skinny. He's not eating it. I've actually shot in a 1911. As far as I'm concerned, they slide as good as Nerf guns, even better. Slick. And I probably just pissed somebody off saying a Nerf gun. My point is, there's so many good reviews at this point, it's undeniable. I mean, it hasn't exactly been picked up by the military because of its modularities. And that's a big reason why I'm deciding between the Glock and the M&P Shield, because the M&P Shield, it doesn't have a serrated rail for light attachments. And what have I been saying the whole video? What do I need? A high capacity, 9mm, full sized, with a light. Don't even need to be optics ready. It just, that's all I need, those 3 things. And reliable. What did I say? Optic ready, capacity, flashlight, full size, reliable. The 5 fingers of death, son. That's all that is. The M&P Shield Easy that is coming out in 2003, or it already came out and everyone's gonna be buying it. I've been seeing it pop off in the last like 6-7 months. The M&P Shield Easy apparently is supposed to be easy to slide. Apparently it's supposed to be easy to slide, easy to load, because the magazine has a clip you pull down and they kind of just fall in there. Easy everything. It's called the EZ, the 2 letters. So, I mean, I haven't heard much about that, but I'm kind of good on that. It feels like a training wheel gun, and I'm not experienced, but I know. Let me know in the comments if you made it to the end. I really appreciate you. Make sure you leave a like, all that good shit. Make sure you subscribe, but make sure, most of all, you leave a comment letting me know which gun to rent at the range and shoot next. And I will do a review on that gun, and I will let you guys know, and we will go out through the list, and you guys will help me pick up my gun. Thanks for joining me on this journey. Milkman, peace.